M. Fletcher Brown with another artist video blog at KIX96country.com. Got kind of a full couch today. We've got a visit from the United States Air Force, specifically the Air Force Academy Band. It is Wild Blue Country. Welcome, Wild Blue Country, to KIX96. Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
Okay, now there are four of you here. Here on the end over here is Jamie Teachner. Now you may remember Jamie is no stranger to KIX96 Country. He's been on Muscle Shoals Musical Live a number of times. He's made quite a name for himself as a hit songwriter in Nashville. And recently, how long have you been in the Air Force now, Jamie?
Just a little over 3 years.
So basically, the Air Force took you in and said, "Hey, we've got this band." So and they just said, "Why don't you join it and rise them, to prominence out here on country radio?"
Well, I was serious story. I was looking at old vintage guitars because I love to look up old guitars on Craigslist and try to find some deal. And I was looking on there and I came across an ad that said they wanted a country singer, and I thought, is this legitimate? And so I remember I called and spoke to a lady named Tech Sergeant Monica Dean over at where I work now in the Air Force in Colorado Springs. I said, "Hey, is this for real?" Because I always wanted to serve my country, and you and I talked about that.
Yeah.
It was always important to me, and so I just had the opportunity to come in. I auditioned. I sent in some material. They came to Nashville and actually auditioned me, and you can't see him right now, but Master Sergeant Jeff Valentine back there behind the camera, he is our steel player, and he came and auditioned me along with two other vocalists, and two other vocalists from the band came, and they listened to me on Music Row, and I got to come and join the band and loved every second of it, and I'll be getting out right at the end of this year, first of next year. And if anybody's interested in an amazing opportunity, it's been the best decision of my life.
Wow.
To come in and get to serve my country and sing in uniform. I get chills thinking about it even right now. And so if you're young out there, you don't have to have a music degree. A lot of the folks in the band have a music degree, but the vocalists a lot of times are just if you're like me, I went to Honky Tonk University. So that's where I grew up singing, and so in churches and all that, and so if you're interested in that opportunity, it's a great thing.
Okay. Well, introduce us to your other bandmates then.
Oh yeah, over here, right here to my right, actually to the camera's left, is Master Sergeant Jason Crow. He's the man in charge, and he plays the doghouse bass. So he's a great
that
bass
big
player.
thing on that.
Oh yeah.
Video. You're going to see that shortly, I promise.
Yeah, he's our own version of Bill Black, So, and then right here, our own version, I guess, of DJ Fontana. This is singer Michael Coletti, and he's our drummer, and he's a great drummer, and he sings back up with me, and we have a big time, and so a lot of fun out there. And over here on the guitar, I guess while I'm keeping in code or keeping in stride with this, this is our own Scotty Moore over here playing guitar. That's good. Playing guitar for us, and he does a great job. He's been filling in because normally we have Tech Sergeant Jesse Thompson out with us, but right now
he had a mysterious accident.
yeah.
And I got to play with the band for a while.
Yeah, so we don't want to talk about it. It's classified. But this is Senior Master Sergeant Rick Bazin.
All right. So now the band itself has actually been together since about 2009. Is that correct?
Well, actually, the band itself has been together since the 70s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Master Sergeant Valentine has been in it before it was actually a band. He's been in there since the 1950s.
Wheel on over here. Introduce
You know
yourself.
what? The years have
Mosey
been
on
kind.
over here. Come on.
The years have been kind.
They've been
Yes.
kind. But
That's not what we tell them.
not the last 3 years haven't been so
okay.
kind.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
that was
Well,
a
what-
feature in there.
No.
What's cool about Wild Blue Country is that all of the personnel, Wild Blue Country is the name of the band, and whoever is in that band at the time
Yeah.
stays in that band. So the personnel may change, someone may get orders to a band in Germany, and so we're constantly adapting with new personnel. Jeff has been the constant for a long time, and we're lucky for that, but a lot of us have come in recently, and some are leaving, like Jamie, and it's going to be a big loss, but we always adapt, and Wild Blue keeps moving forward.
Well, let me ask you a question. Where did the decision come from to release a song to country radio?
Well, that was myself and Master Sergeant Valentine were speaking about it, and we thought, what if we took advantage of the fact that that I have had some Nashville stuff going on before, and gotten to see that side of things. And then I think that the military is excellent. Excellent in everything. And so I thought, well, it'd be really interesting to see that excellence come out on country radio. And you want to put your best foot forward because it's a mighty military, best Air Force in the world, best all branches, and so that's really where it came about, because it took a while to get all that correct, legally, and make sure everything was in place. And we don't want to waste any taxpayers' dollars, so we really made sure we really cut down to where we really are spending pretty much nothing on it, very, very low, because I know as a taxpayer that means a lot to me to not be spending crazy and have some wild country band out running through the woods.
I don't know. It's like Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney got in some trouble a few years ago. They probably could have used some taxpayer money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But, absolutely.
I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
But the coolest part of the whole thing is we get to put the academy in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you come out here.
Yeah.
Air Force is a star. We get to, oftentimes it's, hey, this is about me, or this is about Jamie. No, this is about the academy.
Yeah.
And that's what's so cool, is that we get to go to all these radio stations, talk about what the cadets are doing, the opportunities they get, and what it is that they get out of their education and their service. So it's really cool to shed light on that.
So would you say that it serves also as maybe like sort of like an auxiliary recruitment tool?
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely it does. And you want to talk about that, Rick?
No, you're doing a great job.
You're better than
Come on, Rick. Come on.
He's better.
Well,
He's better than
sure. One of the main missions of the Air Force Academy Band is to help the recruiting initiative for the Air Force Academy. So a lot of what we do is travel the United States along with representatives from the Air Force Academy. We put forums together for high schools and not colleges, but high schools and other places where we might find people that hadn't really thought about going to the Air Force Academy as a career or a lifestyle or a college choice, and kind of just present, like, here are the opportunities, and here is a great way to get a free education and also serve your country.
Yeah.
And the bands are a great tool, great way to get that initial connection, and to use music as kind of a common ground to connect with people, and then spread that message.
Okay. So
Rick just came from the Pentagon too, so he it's kind of interesting because he was one of the small team that was in charge of the entire career field, and so he gets a great perspective. That's why it's great for him to talk about it, because he can speak a lot better than us on that. So.
Absolutely. You and I talked, like, I wanted to join the Air Force come right out of high school. My father's Navy was like, no, you go to college. And after a brief discussion, I went on to college.
Yeah.
I'm very envious of your this opportunity that you had to do this. And my son is a trumpet player in the high school marching band.
Nice.
And honestly, I didn't know anything about this. I'm thinking, hey, I might actually, he's only a junior, so I might present this to him and say, hey, this is an option that you have going forward, as you come to the end of high school.
But that's what's so cool, is there are so many different career fields in the Air Force. I mean, music is one small of so many. I mean, you could be a chef in the Air Force. You could be
a photographer.
All the way down to, you can be, honestly, part of the team that operates gyms on base. There's so many different opportunities, all the way up to commissioning and becoming a pilot, of course, which is what everyone thinks of when they think of Air Force. But they don't realize that the large majority of these people aren't flying planes. There's so many other ways to get involved and serve your country. So music, like you said, is great, but there's just a lot of others too for anyone that's like, I'm not a musician, but how can I do it?
Absolutely. So talk to us about the song. Here We Are is the single. Is that one that you wrote, or is that one that came to you?
Yeah, I wrote the song, and we recorded it, and went to Nashville and recorded it Ocean Way, and just really enjoyed it. Put our heart and soul into it, and the whole record is available for free. It's on Instagram or on Facebook. Yeah, completely free. But it's on Instagram or Facebook. You can go, especially on Instagram. You can look in the bio, and you can see @WildBlueCountry is the Instagram handle, and you can go on there and you can find our Bandcamp or our CD Baby downloads. It's available wherever music is free. It's not available in some of the normal avenues you would think of, because those are paid places.
Yes, those, yeah.
And it's for the people by the people. We're not gonna have taxpayers paying
like
for it.
folks are going their Spotify probably and stream it through Spotify.
Well, it's a little tough on Spotify. We've been working on that because the thing is we legally cannot get paid for anything we do. So we get our Air Force pay and that's it. And so that's been really not tricky, but it's been something that we wanted to thread the needle the correct way and make sure that we don't do anything wasteful or improper or unethical or anything like that.
All right, well, the rest of the guys.
Master
I
Sergeant
realize
Phil.
that you're filling in. But you've gotten a taste of this sort of like the world that Jamie's come out of, with the Nashville songwriting and traveling and playing and even recording. I'm assuming, in the studio. How was that experience for you guys? How has that been on the road and doing it this way?
I hate humidity. Just gotta say. No, it's been a treat. This is really unprecedented and new territory for the Air Force bands to be able to create an album just by itself, all originals, and then to be able to promote that via the Air Force Academy for the Air Force Academy has been certainly a refreshing change of pace from what we normally do. And because we really are still moving that mission forward, I mean, being able to do this has been a blast. And I wasn't part of the recording. I hadn't gotten there yet. But I had, I've been with Jamie now we've been roommates for over 2 years on the road and going all these radio stations, and we call it a bag drag, but it's been a lot of fun to be able to just go meet new people, shake hands with a lot of people in different states that normally we wouldn't go. And that's my take on it.
What do you think, Sergeant Crow?
Well, I've been in the Air Force 22 plus years, but I've only been here in Wild Blue Country for about the last 10 months. So This has been a new experience. The Air Force bands, we have a lot of different groups within our squadron. We have a concert band, we have a jazz band, we have a rock band, Blue Steel. So there's more to the Air Force Academy band than just Wild Blue Country. Although I like to say as the group leader of Wild Blue Country that we are the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae. But it's been a very different experience. This is unprecedented for a military band to release a single of an original song written by a military member. So it's an exciting time. I feel like I won the sweepstakes of a job to come in and travel with these guys and be part of this. Because it is unique and it is unprecedented. This has never happened before. It's why we're out here doing these radio tours, talking about this, promoting it. Because it really is a big deal, not only for the Air Force Academy Band, for the entire Air Force Band program. This is a big deal for all of us. So I'm proud to be part of it and just to be along for the ride. So.
Yeah, I mean, the better the song does, the more people are hearing on the radio. United States Air Force Academy Band, Wild Blue Country. So it's just putting that in people's ears.
So the song is totally free.
Absolutely.
And so wherever you find it, just Google search Wild Blue Country.
And the album itself is titled Here We Are also. So
so there's the title cut is the single, Here We Are, and the album is available there, right?
It sure
Absolutely.
is. Absolutely free.
It's completely free.
No strings attached, no email, no nothing.
They're not going to come to your house and make you cook them dinner or nothing.
Accidentally sign up for the
sign on this dotted line right here.
Yeah, which would actually be a good thing, I think.
If you see a drone flying over your house, it's not us.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Totally not. That's not Jamie trying to see if you're actually listening to the record.
You're like, is that hillbilly singer?
Wild Blue Country is our guest. Where can they find you on the internet? Like just the on the band.
Yeah, so we're on Facebook and Instagram at Wild Blue Country. If you go to YouTube, you type in Wild Blue Country, we'll be right there, and all of the links to the album are in each of those descriptions on the videos. We make it as easy as we can for you.
Absolutely. Wild Blue Country, here we are. If you want, look for a live performance from them, elsewhere here on our YouTube channel. Thank you guys, first of all, so much for everything that you do in your military careers. We appreciate you, love you so much. And thank you for making amazing music, because the song is great.
Thanks, Fletch. Appreciate it.
Look for Here We Are. If you want to hear it, call us at KIX96. We'll be happy to play it for you. United States Air Force Academy Band, Wild Blue Country, is our guest today. We'll see you next time on another artist video blog, KIX96country.com.